Hello, I'm Dr. Wickham Simonds. I'm an obesity medicine specialist in the Triangle region of North Carolina, and this is Obesity Medicine Perspective. So in the last video, I talked a little bit about how I add a little fat to my protein shakes in the morning, and I told you about MCT oil. This video, I want to talk a little bit about exercise. I've touched on it in previous videos, so for those of you who watched them, I covered the concept of NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or things that you do being physically active that aren't formally considered exercise. I made a big point that that's very, very helpful with weight loss, probably a lot more than structured exercise is. I've also talked about spontaneous physical activity, in common terms known as fidgeting, and how this plays a big role in weight loss. And so even smaller things, the point from an activity standpoint, even smaller things play a huge role in that obesity physiology in causing you to lose weight and then being able to maintain your weight. So I get asked questions frequently, what do I do? And the truth of the matter is I kind of do a variety of things depending on the time of year and what I'm willing to do. So my first tip with exercise is don't pick stuff you won't do. I mean, if you pick something you hate, it's like trying to get people to eat things they hate. They're not going to do it for very long. So number one, you got to pick something you like doing, and it's okay to change it up. Most people aren't doing anything, so just any increase in movement is going to help. But with the obesity biology, which is permanently altered, I think that the best form of exercise, and I do a lot of this myself, is short little bursts of low intensity exercise throughout the day. So our ancestors, they didn't join the YMCA. There was no YMCA. They were just active all day long. And that is what your body is kind of made to do. And there are a lot of obese individuals who will go to a gym, for example, in the morning and take a 45-minute class or a 45-minute workout. And I'm not convinced that that really works well with an obese physiology, that causes you to lose any weight. In fact, it may cause you to gain weight. I don't know that that's the ideal thing to do with your physiology. So I think for losing weight, having that, if you can imagine that exercise spaced throughout the day, and it does not have to be high intensity exercise. So think of it like this: bursts of intermittent, low intensity training. And you can pick the exercises. So one of the ones I like doing, I'm an old military guy, I like push-ups. So I'll wake up in the morning and I will set a goal of how many push-ups I'm going to do that day. So on most days, it really never goes below 200, and I don't usually go below 500. And what I'll do is break it down into maybe 10 push-ups at a time, 20 push-ups at a time, or 25 at a time. And then I'll do some during the morning hours before I come to work. I'll do some throughout the day, and then I make sure and do some also in the evening. And the total will be the number I said, say 200 or 300 or 500, depending on the day. You could also do just simple squats where you don't have any weights or anything. You don't have to change any clothes. You just you stand up from your desk and you're doing a few squats like this, and you could set a goal, say, of 100 a day. And I probably wouldn't start out at that if you're not used to doing them, but the idea is you're getting up and you're doing short little bursts of low intensity training, and it's spaced throughout the day. And I believe this has a much bigger impact on your metabolic rate than doing one session in the morning. Now, for those of you who like doing the session in the morning, for example, a workout session, whether it's at the gym or DVD or however you do it, or go out for a run or whatever, fine, do that. But then add this to it. Add the low intensity stuff throughout the day, so you're signaling your body throughout the day, hey, I'm physically active and I want you to be a calorie burner all day long. And even into the evening. So this low intensity stuff can be done even around your dinner, even around the stuff you do in the evening when you're watching TV. You get up during the ads and you do your little exercises. And if you're snacking and so forth, you'll find you want to snack less because you're doing these little exercises. So I think that for those of you who are looking to try to start something and don't want something too imposing and you want it to work, remember, burst of intermittent, low-intensity training. You can pick the exercises. They don't have to be that fancy. You don't have to get changed. You don't break out into a big sweat or anything, and they'll have a big impact on your weight and your health. So until the next time we talk, I'll give you the tools, you give me the effort, and together we can overcome obesity.